Yo, guys, welcome back on Vibes Up from the Six. You already know what it is. It's the Kitty G, aka Igal. You already know what it is. We got Alan here. We got Husam in the house. We got Dabs in the house, and AK's in the
Oh,
house.
he started.
Sorry, Dabs. Dabs. My apologies. But before we go any further, there was a bomb dropped on us today by Fabrizio Romano and another journalist who I'm forgetting his name at this moment in time about Mo Salah and his contract situation at Liverpool. It looks like his contract has stalled at Liverpool, and there's an ongoing battle between his agent and the people running Liverpool to get him the right contract and the right amount. And currently there's a dispute, and they're way off on how much Mo Salah would be willing to accept and how much Liverpool would be willing to give him at this moment in time. If I'm mistaken, Hussam, that is the correct. That's what's going on, right?
Um, Look,
Big
I'll,
screen.
I'll I'll be real. I still think he's gonna stay. This is just unnecessary right now from his agent as well. His agent is the main problem here. He's the main issue. I think Mo has been respectful about it to the massive extent. I still think he stays, but of course, this is just unnecessary drama that we don't need right now, going into the business end of the season. So, look, it does worry me. I love that Mo has shown the ambition, but unfortunately, it's an issue right now. I'm not even gonna deny it.
Okay. AK wanted to say something. He's out and about today, but he wanted to come on specifically for this segment. AK, what do you got to say, bro?
Hey guys, I hope everyone can hear me. Everyone can hear me. It's a pleasure to be here once again. Unfortunately, I am out this week. I have some things I need to take care of, so I won't be here for the full duration of the show. But I did want to be here for the
Getting a
first segment
strike?
because we have a certain individual on this panel by the name of Don Hussam 6. You guys might know him as the Don of Spaces, as Hussam, the man who guesses everything correctly or whatnot. Now, Hussam has made some shrewd allegations over the last few weeks, over the last few months, pertaining to Mohamed Salah. Mr. Hussam himself here said that sources inside Liverpool have told him that Mo Salah has already signed, and they were waiting for the right moment to drop the news and all of that bullshit. I'm here to tell you guys today, as I've been saying all season, Mohamed Salah has been playing for that Manchester United contract. He knows what he's doing. He wants to play under Ralph Ragnick. So I just want to break the news here right now. Mo Salah to Manchester United will be happening soon. It's crazy because I was here today to talk about Chelsea and how in the mud they are. And then I realized that the club that's been sitting there telling us they're going to take Martinelli, they're going to take Saka, they're going to take this guy, can't even keep their own star player. And they want to come on here and talk about taking other people's star players. You fucking bums. That's what you lot are. I'm happy that this is happening to Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp will be gone in a year or two. And we'll be back to Liverpool doing what they do best, man, competing for top four. This is probably the best day of the calendar year so far. I'll be real with you. This is the best day of the calendar year so far. Mohamed Salah has realised 7 years and one Premier League trophy is not good enough. He's a better player than that, and he's realised he can do better.
So he's joining Man United?
So I can't wait to see him in the Devil's Red next season, kicking ball with Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo. It should be an entertaining season, man. Thank you, guys.
It would have been better off if you didn't even come on, because that was just absolute waffle for 60 seconds right there.
Okay, so let's.
Are
let's
you
now-
hurt,
let's-
Hussam? Are you angry?
No. But AK, you're not. Let me. One thing you are right about. Hussam was on a space with us after he beat us in the League Cup final. Not the League Cup final, the actual League Cup semi-final, because that was the game before Liverpool decided that they were gonna do the crazy madness. But hey, anyways, let's get back into what I'm actually talking about. Mo Salah was discussing.
I actually need to go in like 2 seconds, but before you go, can I just ask Hussam a question? Hussam,
Yeah.
Have you spoken to your sources at Liverpool today? What are they saying exactly about Mo Salah?
That's where I was gonna go. So talk to me. What are you saying? How's your sources, bro? You were 100% sure, to the point where you were making bets against yourself with nobody else asking you to do it.
Okay. As you can see, I was listening to a voice note from one of the sources. You get me? Look, I predict he's gonna stay. You get me? But this is just not looking good at the moment. So yeah, listen. There is nothing certain about it whatsoever. It's just predictions at this point in time. But I still think he is staying. Yeah. So I think he will stay. Of course, like. Even if he leaves, though of course he won't be going to that dusty club with no trophies in 10 years. So even if he leaves, he's going to be going to bigger clubs, you know. So
can I just say, to be fair, they have had a trophy in the last 10 years, though. If we're talking facts.
Sam, you also did say that it was done.
Daps is here to just do this the whole time. He's just here to fuck with it.
Drop facts and be humble. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's
I'm
gonna leave
humble
you. By
as
the
well.
way,
Don't do the humble.
No. But I'll be with. I don't think he's gonna end up leaving you, and I also don't think it's bad news now. I think Summer, deal with it then. He's professional.
Look, here's the situation.
Okay.
The thing is, and I know if we're being real and we're not just doing the banter thing right now, he actually has a point, because he is questioning the ambition of the club, and we have to be real. Had the club been supportive in terms of transfers and stuff more, and even Daps will say this, even when he was the person competing with me, he'll tell you, even if the club at least supported Klopp even a little bit more, you might have seen like even at least a couple of more trophies, you know, maybe an FA Cup here, a Carabao Cup there, a Champions League, something like that. So we would have had a better return.
Challenging more to retain last January in the transfer window. If they would have backed you,
and that's, you know, a lot of people don't realize last season we were top of the league in January.
Exactly.
We were top.
Yeah, you were.
So even January started, had we went and actually signed a serious centre back, like we actually might have won that league, because we were still top of the league without Van Dijk, without Gomez. So we like, you know, that thing just happened. But listen, I'm confident he will stay. But this is just a lack of ambition thing. I don't think it's about him being greedy at all. There's no greed involved. Best player in the world deserves best player in the world money. That's just how it goes. Also, Sharky, you're my guy, yeah? But never, ever say he would join Burnley, bro. Because that is just like, can you imagine playing for Burnley, Mo Salah, left midfielder, just crossing it in to Weghorst. That would be peak, but yeah.
So Mo, Hassam, I have to ask, because you guaranteed, you said it was already done, dusted. Now you're saying you hope he signs for you. What's happened? Where are you hiding? Come out. Talk to us. What's happened?
You get me. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're stuttering.
What's your name? No, this isn't John Hassam. This is his cousin.
Yeah,
Alan is cutting out. Sorry, I can't hear him. What are you saying?
You're stuttering. You're hiding. You're a coward. Are you a coward, Hassam?
Hassam, you seem very confident that
what's going on, Hassam?
You feel very confident that Liverpool are going to keep Mo Salah. This is what I'm going to say. People in the comment section, there's a question out there. For the majority of the show, we're going to have it out there. The question is, will Mo Salah leave Liverpool? And if he will leave Liverpool, how long is his contract? How long does he have left in his contract if he was to leave on a free?
Do you know what? One thing I would say, is this could really...
His contract ends next summer.
Wait, his contract ends next summer.
Oh, you're talking now, Hassam.
So now if he was sold, realistically, if he was sold this summer, how much would he go for, do you think? With 1 year remaining.
140.
Fuck off.
How much did Hazard...
The way we sell Daps, we sold Coutinho for 140.
I know, you're still spending the money now, apparently.
How much did Hazard go for?
That's actually painfully true.
Didn't Hazard go for like 80? Look
at it. Look at
Hazard went for a burger.
It's because we sell well, Daps. That's why.
No. But Hazard went for...
I have no doubt you do everything well, Hassam.
Daps, would you take Mo Salah?
Would I say Mo Salah? What, the best player in the world? Of course I fucking would. Don't be silly. But I don't think he's going to go nowhere, to be frank with you. However, all of this is going to help our pursuit of Haaland, because all of a sudden Real Madrid will probably start turning their head. PSG will start turning their head, and we can get the drop on Haaland, because we know.
Alan, I can already tell you want to say something smug. I can already tell by looking at your smug face.
You mentioned 6 points.
That's now I hear you. Now I hear why this guy triggered me. It's the smile, the smug smile every time.
I wouldn't want Mo Salah on the right at Spurs.
Hazard left for 120 with a year left. Listen, Hazard left with 120 with a year left. Van Persie left with a year left at Arsenal. A lot of these guys with a year left are leaving their clubs because of lack of ambition. But I thought Liverpool were in such a good situation, Hussam. How did they get to this point? That's what I want to understand. Because
we got to this point because number one, yeah, thank you, board, exactly. Number one, once again, best player in the world deserves best player in the world money. That's how the life works. He cannot be paid less than David De Gea. That's just wrong. Number two, he's questioning the ambition of Liverpool FC. That's why when Klopp spoke, he spoke about the signing of Diaz. He said that helps. Even Klopp himself realizes that.
I don't believe that.
What Mo basically wants
his
is a
agent.
competitive squad. Is a competitive squad where we compete for everything, compete on all fronts. So he's basically coming out and saying we need to sign better players, we need to improve, etc., etc., etc. So listen, even the signing of Diaz has lifted the squad so much. I didn't even expect this return in results after we signed Diaz. So even one signing can just uplift everyone around you. Roy Keane himself said it. So I like that Mo is ambitious, and he deserves every cent.
I don't think that's Mo. I think it's his agent.
Yeah, agents have way too much power.
Mo is very ambitious.
But this season, but if we go on this season, you are challenging in every tournament, and he knows that because you're still in every fucking tournament. So that straight away.
The issue is last summer, had we signed Diaz, it would have been a different thing right now. Had we signed a midfielder, so what we're saying is like it's look at it this way: it's more reactive than proactive. That's the issue. So like last summer, it was a travesty. I'll be real with you. Going into the season, most Liverpool fans were not happy with just Konate. No one was happy with that shit. We realized we needed a midfielder. We possibly needed a forward to shake things up. So had we signed how we signed how we signed Diaz in the summer, and a midfielder, I think we'd been in a much better state right now. We would actually be in a much better state than we are in right now. Even though we're in a very good one, but what he's saying is this could be very much better. And when you look at the season before as well, season riddled with injuries. So listen, Mo Salah, I understand where he's coming from, because what he's saying is he's not trying to spend the prime of his career fighting for top 4, because he's like, I want guarantees that we're gonna actually be ambitious. So yeah.
Conte, the best Muslim player in the world, Mo Salah. Why are we doing this? Why are we guys in the chat? Come on.
The best what?
Why
are we doing best religion player in the world? That's just stupid.
Louder.
Anyways,
who's the best Christian player? Who's the best atheist player? That's just dumb, bro.
Christian Pulisic.
Who's the best player with
the LeBron James of soccer?
Christian Benteke.
Who's the best player with the letter B in their name? Anyway,
Christiansen.
That's what people are going to do next. They're going to start doing letters. But let me just throw this to you. The talking point that I see from this whole thing is questioning Liverpool as a club, because they have an opportunity right now to continue to build on their success. And do they see Mo Salah as part of that success, or do they see his history? Do they see themselves pushing on without Mo Salah? Because I can't see past them losing Mo Salah.
How old is he though?
Losing Coutinho at the time, when they sold Coutinho, I seen a vision. I seen that they had other pieces that were doing well. But now losing Mo Salah, when he's your most important player, when he's your biggest goal scorer, your most impactful player during games, in my opinion. If you lose Mo Salah, the next closest impact player, in my opinion, to him is Fabinho. If you lose those two, you're done. But right now, without Mo Salah, could you still rebuild a future?
Did you say second best impact player for Fabinho when you were forgetting about Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good point.
There's a reason why. Because I feel like even without Trent in a game, without Fabinho, you lose more, because there's no one replacing him in that. There's no one replacing him. There's no one. This is me looking from an outsider. In that DM role, who's replacing Fabinho if Fabinho's out?
But who's replacing Trent with all the assists and all that on the right-hand side? Who's coming in?
No. You're saying signings. I'm saying in your team right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Who's going to who's the replacement for Trent at the moment?
Yeah, Alan is right. How many destroyers are there in world football?
Trent is very
I didn't say destroyer. That's a bit extreme.
No. I'm talking about Fabinho. I'm agreeing with Alan. I'm saying how many destroyers you could find in world football? Plenty. You could find Ndidi. You could find many players who play that destroyer role.
But guys, before this turns into a cooking, I'm not devaluing Trent. I rate Trent to a highest level. You understand that? I did not mean it in that way. I'm just saying in that DM role right now, Liverpool don't have a replacement for him. Where when it comes to output and creativity, you still have other people who can create.
Be the greatest midfielder in your history. I don't know why you're laughing, but anyway.
Shut up.
Anyway, look, I hear where you're coming from. Even if you got sold, God forbid, we still will be able to move on. There is no player bigger than the club. You get me? We've all here seen our biggest legends leave the club. Daps has seen Aguero. Daps has seen Aguero, Yaya Toure, David Silva leave. You've seen Henri Vieira leave.
Mangala.
Alan has seen Pavlyuchenko leave. So all of these
I knew
things,
you were going to do that.
all of those
Modric,
things, at the end of the day, the
Berbatov,
club will continue.
Van der
But
Vaart.
I don't want that to happen because that's just a lack of ambition. If we are as a serious club as we want to be or want to become, then he stays, he renews his contract, and we build on him. We build based on him, because I think the differences between Mo and Mane and the other players is Mo has maintained his level. Mo has actually grown. Mo has improved. Mo has become one of the best players on earth. He has got into that upper echelon of top 5 players in world football alongside Lewandowski, Benzema, Mbappe, etc. So Bernardo Silva. So like when it comes to Mo, he's shown ambition to work on himself. And even when you look at him, Igal, he takes football seriously. He doesn't do the whole Neymar thing. He actually takes football seriously. So for him, like, I think he takes care of his body, so it's not like he's gonna be like just missing games and stuff. So he's gonna be there, and I think it's the right thing to sign his contract and not to cash in on him. There are other pieces to cash in on and replace before Mo Salah.
You don't need to worry this season, though. Let's be clear.
All I heard from that
but
is
what
that
this has done
Liverpool
is,
want to become a serious club. That's all I heard from that.
bro.
Do you want to become a serious club?
No, Liverpool. That's what Hassam said. Liverpool want to become a serious club.
This puts a lot of doubt on Liverpool and like everything that's going on in your club. You question FSG. A lot of your fans question FSG, but it's a lot deeper than that. If you guys lose your best player, how are you going to replace him with Michael Edwards gone? How are you going to trust them to replace one of your most impactful players and a Liverpool legend at this point? Yeah, walking. What are you going to do?
I'll be really glad you're asking too much questions right now. I do not know, bro. I actually do not know. Like, I think if Mo leaves, his replacement is someone in the Mbappe Haaland category. His replacement is not Jared Bowen. That's not how life works. You get me? His replacement.
Hold on. To get what you just listed, you're going to need to pay similar wages to what they won't pay for Salah,
That's my point. So we want
Chelsea fan in the building,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jared Bowen cannot replace him, bro. So we'd be in trouble. So that's my point. I'm not trying to see Mo Salah walk out the door and Jared Bowen walk in. I would lose my shit. His replacement is Mbappe, Haaland, etc. And all of them would want that to wage money anyway.
Listen,
could it be Diaz?
Dabs, in 2 years' time, it's going to be
no Dabs.
Come on.
Dabs, in 1 year's time, it's going to be Arsenal.
Diaz is like 3.
That's the best one of the night. What a joke.
What? No, seriously. In a year's time, it's going to be Arsenal and Man City competing for the league. You're going to see it. Chelsea's in the mud.
This guy is just so like, bro, why? What makes you think you're going to compete? Like, I don't get this, bro. You need 3-4 more years. Relax. Ain't no compete, nothing.
No. Yo, Kendall, I will send you the link right now if you want to come on. Come on. We need Kendall.
Okay, send her the link, Kendall. Kendall, send her the link. Send her the link right now, bro. Send her the link.
Oh my God,
guys! There's a Chelsea fan in the building.
Kendall
yeah, big up Abs, man.
Hey, bro, don't worry. I'm here regardless, innit?
You know what?
Bro, I told them, Abs, I told them, listen, he's the Jordan Henderson of the Chelsea community. He's always there.
No. Listen.
He just shouts.
Same sentence as that bum. Who is Steven Gerrard?
I was gonna say we won't need any Chelsea representatives soon. Newcastle will replace you guys.
We'll have to wait and see, innit?
And you've been used to shopping at M&S and Waitrose, and soon you'll be shopping at Aldi and all that, man.
So where do you shop, Alan? Alan, where do you shop? Where do you shop?
I shop in the pound bin, but it still gets a 6 points.
Why do you defend everybody?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why not?
Bro, you get
defending Chelsea.
I'm just here being humble.
See the big 6 in the middle? Remember, that's how many points we took off you this season. Remember that?
Where were you again?
Okay, guys.
I love triggering you, Daps. I really do.
Let's go to the UK government have announced that they did a transfer, even though the transfer window was closed. They somehow got Roman Abramovich and all of his money. Okay, seriously, it's not a funny matter. Let me be serious for a second. Roman Abramovich did get sanctioned. He got sanctioned, and the UK government took over Chelsea and seized all his assets within the UK. Then what that meant for Chelsea, and the small breakdown of what it meant for Chelsea after that happened, was that they can still play matches, they can still receive broadcast money, and season ticket holders can still go to games. So
they changed that. I didn't know they
Mojo
changed
himself can go to games, but they cannot buy players, they cannot agree new contracts, they cannot sell merchandise, they cannot sell tickets to games, and they cannot financially agree on a new seller for Chelsea Football Club. Well, at this moment in time,
wait. Sorry. Can I just the only people that can go to their games is season ticket holders?
Yes.
No, hold on. No,
it says right there, season ticket holders can attend games, but they cannot sell tickets to anybody else.
Wow. Oh my God! You might just have about as many as the Empty had now.
So there you go,
bro. Listen, when you play in Europe, you shut your top tier, right? You literally shut your top tier, Alan.
Guys. Let's bring it back.
I love you, Daps.
And then today, there's been more news. The government have now frozen Chelsea's bank accounts, so they will not be able to pay for petrol to go to games. They will not be able to pay certain people.
I don't know. Well, most people in England can't pay for petrol now. The price is so fucking high.
But they will still be able to pay working staff for the club and players.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
So at this moment in time, Chelsea will still be going onwards. But when it comes to next week, there is going to be another situation. They're going to have to go to France. How are they going to get to France?
EasyJet, $29.99. No baggage, no room.
No. Daps, you know what we'll do? We'll take a Eurostar in it, so it's come.
Now, to be fair, you'll just get given a flight, but like Roman will just land a plane and say, "Get on it."
Okay. So, as you guys can tell,
there he is. I thought Hassan's screen is frozen. He's just staring into the abyss.
Hassan is very much out of it because of the whole situation.
I'm trying to get views, man.
All right, okay.
Okay, talk to me. Sanctions, guys. I'm going to start with the Chelsea fans. Abs, very much respected for you coming on. A lot of Chelsea fans have said no to me today. And it might be
wonder why that is.
It might be because of the stuff that I tweet out. Or
Abs is the Henderson, I told you. He's always there.
Listen, Hussam, you need to stop putting me in that bum in the same sentence. Put some respect.
Okay, Abs is Michael Essien. You get me? He's always there.
No. You know who I am? I'm Steven Gerrard, innit? The best ever English midfielder that I've seen.
Okay, now who's...
Oh, no, now he's just sucking up.
Okay, guys,
I can't say shit. You get me?
That's what you do to us, Sam, usually, Alan.
Let's get it started, guys. For a second,
oh, Dabs, you're jealous.
One second. People are in the comment section are already going in. They're saying, Abs, they're calling you a pagan. What the hell? That's not nice, guys.
It's my favorite word, isn't it?
RIP Abramovich, they're saying 9-point deduction on its way. Chelsea don't even have... What?
Chelsea fans don't even go to games.
Yeah, that might be true. Chelsea had 10K on their last European night.
That's cap.
That's too much. You can't do 10,000 fans in a away game now. That's ridiculous.
We had 42K. We filled up our stadium when we played Lille.
Chelsea won the lottery and lost their money. Ooh. Anyways, long story short, all the riches are gone. How do you feel about this? Because there's a lot of people who are just saying, you know what, everything's fine. Everything's going to be perfectly fine. Like, I don't know if you guys seen the people on the terrace the other day, but everyone was just saying, Eagles doom and gloom. All you guys are doom and gloom. Chelsea's going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. Roman's going to control everything, and he's going to make everything right again. Where do you stand on this?
Bro, at the end of the day, right, for me, I have my own opinions on the whole sanctions thing. It makes sense in terms of the context of what's happening. I'm not trying to get too political. The thing I don't agree with is all the staff that have been sacked and all that, and the fact that they can't basically run themselves. And that's the only thing, because they come out in a statement and said they want to protect the players and the club and that, but really they're basically leaving us with no peas in it. So that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Tory government in a nutshell. But you see, when it comes to when it comes to the whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, I'll be honest, I've seen my club win absolutely I'm not even trying to take the piss. I've seen us win absolutely everything. Now, I'm not trying to send for you and Alan and Daps and this.
No, Bo, I know what you're saying right now, and I'm with you on this.
Yeah,
I think where you're going.
Everything. I've seen us win absolutely everything. So if it means we have to take a few years where we sat back and we're not doing much, it's calm, man. Because at the end of the day, right, one thing it will do is it will get rid of all the plastics. And Daps knows this because he was there before the peace came into City. And they was doing their thing, and they were still bouncing up, singing Blue Moon at Main Road and that. We'll just have to do the same thing, work our way up back to being a European superpower again. Not a big
You know
deal.
what? And real talk, that is what I've been saying for ages. When people used to talk, and I actually don't think it would happen now because our infrastructure is good enough that if we were sold, another good owner would come in. But I'm not gonna say my age, but I've seen more of my life absolute shit football, right? No, not quite. But most of my life, right? Most of my life, I've seen shit football. So I got to witness a Premier League trophy win, the first one we won, with my dad before he passed away, right? I've got to witness a domestic treble. Cool, it's not the full treble, but it's still a fucking domestic treble, more than Arsenal, Tottenham, sorry guys, a lot of other clubs have done. So if our owners bounce, you know what? I've been able to be in the discussion for a few years. And if it goes on to someone else, it is what it is. So, but the other thing is, when we've been in the mud, like City have, and like Chelsea, maybe not as much, but when you've been in the mud and then your team take a nosedive, like Man United right now, we won't have a fucking meltdown because we're built like that, because we've already been in the mud. So put us back in the mud. Well, that's where we were fucking born. So cool. Whereas if you're Man United, you have a meltdown. So I'm bang with him on that we have been blessed with amazing football. So, but also, can I just say, I get the sanctions. There is a need for the sanctions, 100%. I get what the government are trying to achieve with the sanctions, and 100% support it, because they're trying to do everything to stop a war without actually going for war. However, they need to address some of the bits of the sanction, because when they start to impact the fans, it's like, stop that. Like, create a separate bank account or something, and any of the profit or any of this and that, put in a separate bank account that right now Roman can't touch, and just let the fans keep living. You don't have to impact the fans. That's going too far for me.
I think at this point, a lot of fans feel like they're personally being attacked. After the sponsors getting pulling out, after all these things, I see a lot of Chelsea fans having resentment towards the government and everybody else. But the actual issue that this whole thing started over is not being spoken about anymore. And it's kind of taken away from the whole purpose of this. What do you guys think? I'm going to go to Hussam because he hasn't spoken yet.
What's the question? Sorry.
What do you think about this whole thing? Do you feel like it's now more targeting Roman to try to make him feel bad and affect the football club as much as possible? Almost like an
Yes.
Roman.
I am of the unpopular opinion that I don't think Chelsea should be sanctioned because I don't think the energy is kept the same for everyone else. I think this is just an attack on Abramovich, personally. I'll be real. Because of political reasons. Of course, we're not here to talk about politics. We're here to talk about football. But look, I think I disagree with the decision. I think as much as I want to sit here and shit on Chelsea, that's not what I'm going to do. I think at the end of the day, Chelsea fans don't deserve this. Neither do the staff, neither do the players. You're basically putting them as sort of in a situation that they can't come out of now, because the players can't leave the club, etc., etc., etc. So that's where the issue lies for me. I'm against that personally, but that's what that is.
It depends where you look on it, because if you talk about the sanctions in terms of if you talk about basically stopping Roman getting peas, listen, I mean, I understand what has to be done, but now I can't hear you, bro. Your mic's off.
I was just telling Samuel I'll bring him back in a bit.
All right, come.
Who's M?
Continue. That's Mohammed Mojo.
All right. Now that's what I'm saying. Because the whole sanctions thing, it's like, for me, what I'm saying is that you should keep from, and I know politics and football shouldn't really mix together, and it is what it is. The only good thing is that this is only going up until the end of May, so hopefully by then we've got most of our things sorted out, and we can move. Because to be honest, I'd rather have, and I at least know what's going to happen to my club rather than there being uncertainty. Because if we're going to go down, just tell me now from the start so I can get ready, innit?
You know what it is, though? It's the end of May, because they know that they know that May is very important, right? And so they're trying to make Roman lean on him, right, to make a change. And if he don't get it sorted by May and they extend it till July, contracts aren't being extended, players aren't being bought, players aren't being sold. So they kind of need to get it done by then. Otherwise, your two centre-backs may well go, right? Is that right?
Christensen's gone anyway. He agreed.
1 second. Let me just say this, guys. There's tribalism, there's talking shit, but then there's just straight up disgusting acts. and no one here is promoting any of that. So I don't know why you're putting stupid comments in the comment section. Calm down, guys.
I can't even think of anything anyone said that's
you
promoting
go
that.
next, man. Now, some guy's saying I'm laughing and enjoying this because of Putin's actions. What are you talking about?
No,
ridiculous.
that's too far,
Anyways,
man. That's too
Mojo,
far.
you were away. You went to away day, and you've seen the situation firsthand with the fans and how everyone's feeling. How are you feeling right now, and what's going on with you, and how does it feel being in the situation you're in right now? Because it must be terrible.
And I'll be very honest, bro. I think I'm not as emotionally torn by it as people may expect in this scenario, because I see right through the actions of what they have been trying to do. And in all honesty, these sanctions are in my opinion, the way in which they've been carried out is far too extreme and doesn't look out for the interest of the people that, in my opinion, have got nothing to do with the whole stuff that's happening in Ukraine. And I'm talking about the staff, the people that work at Chelsea, the people that yesterday went into work not knowing that by the time they get to their work, their whole life might be turned upside down. The people that, in all honesty, suddenly have just been told like you cannot do a lot of stuff simply because the club has been put under sanction. I just feel like there wasn't a careful sort of approach taken here. It felt like, let's shut down, let's affect Roman, but it was like at whatever collateral damage, which I just think is very disappointing to see, because there's no real emotions taken towards that. And I think it is correct to sanction Roman as a whole. I get that part, and I'm not against that aspect of it. But I think the way in which it's been done in terms of how it's going to affect anybody involved with Chelsea Football Club, I just think that was an unnecessary step, and there could have been a smarter way of going about things. And I think the performative acts by some of these sponsors, for me, is the thing that's the most telling, if I'm honest with you, because I don't understand how three and doing what they're doing is going to affect directly and help the scenario. I generally don't. And anybody that wants to explain it can explain it. But I think if this is all about supporting Ukraine, there are better ways to show your solidarity. And in my opinion, this is not about you showing solidarity for Ukraine. It's about you protecting your PR. So I don't know why some of these companies are acting like they're doing the right thing, because the reality of it is they didn't want to act and do anything before these sanctions came across. They could have done something way before that in advance. So the way I'm just seeing it, if I'm honest with you, is I'm just seeing it as what it is. These people are taking actions that are very much just to show a certain type of morality all of a sudden. But in my opinion, I think it's all fake, if I'm honest with you.
Mojo, you're putting morality next to Boris Johnson. Be careful, man.
I honestly think, Mojo, you're giving some of these guys too much credit. When it's almost like a copycat approach. When they see other people doing stuff, they take advantage.
That's what I'm saying, guys. Guys, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not actually a real thing that is there to make a difference, that is there to do the right thing. It's an act.
You know what? Let me be right. For me, like I said before, I do get why they want to lean on Roman, right? Because the idea is Putin, no one can get to Putin. If they lean on the people around him, he might tell Putin, you know what, they might have some sort of, whatever it be, impact on Putin. For me, what they've done, though, is they've done the easy way out by just putting all these blocks on, because all these blocks on shows they can't be asked thinking how to do it correctly. Because, look, the fact is, all of our football clubs were here before the owners. The fans were here before the owners. There needs to be a way to, and ultimately, the club should be there after the owners. You need to find a way to separate the club and the fans from the owners, right? If you want to lean on Putin, lean on Roman to lean on Putin, fine. Don't impact the others. And they've gone too far, because it's the easiest way is just go, you know what, let's just block them from doing everything, instead of actually taking 5 minutes to look at it and come up with a plan. But hey, we know that's what they do anyway.
Can I just address, there's a couple of comments that I've seen, and I think it's a bit weird. People saying, why haven't they sanctioned Newcastle and why haven't they sanctioned Man City? It's because the only reason they've sanctioned Chelsea is because of obviously Abramovich's link to Putin. So that's the reason why they've done it. But for me, like I say, I agree. Some fans are paying the price for the sanctions and everything like that. But I don't know how easy it is for them to do it, like separate the fans from the club or anything like that. So I don't know. So that's why they were reviewing it in May. I reckon in May it'll all be done and dusted, and then basically they'll have it so Chelsea can spend and sort it out then. But in the meantime, fans will have to suffer who can't go to see these games. So I feel for the fans, even though they are Chelsea fans. No, I'm joking. But yeah, so I kind of get it, but I don't know how in depth it is to be able to, separate.
Do you know what the thing is, guys?
I was just gonna
fundamentally.
Just
Sorry,
just before you go, I was just gonna say, Abs, thank you, bro, for coming on. I really do appreciate you coming on. We're just gonna go into the predictions after this. So thank you very much for coming on, Abs. And
Bless Abs.
Big up, bro.
Big up,
my guy. I was so confused. What you wanted to say, my guy? What you saying, Samuel?
Oh, so listen, listen. I've seen some shit today. I'm not gonna get political, but I've seen some stupid stuff coming from people today. Absolutely stupid stuff. Who have no experience, no idea. Obviously, I have no qualification in some of the stuff that's coming out. But they're making comments in which they have no information in. I'm sorry, but you don't have the qualifications to talk about this. All right. At the end of the day, some of these Chelsea fans, I'm gonna keep it coming out. Some of them, I don't get why the workers at the club have been sanctioned when they're trying to make an earning. Right, I mean, it baffles the mind, right? People have been talking about why haven't they sanctioned Man City or Newcastle? It's simple, right? They're an ally of the UK. Without those countries, the UK is nothing. That's what it is. It's simple as day.
You know what? Can I just say one other thing on the City and Newcastle one? The funniest bit about that, right, is that I swear they're putting City and Newcastle in the same bracket because they're both owned by Muslim owners. Like, you know how dunce that is, like, right?
It's actually crazy that we've gone this far and we haven't even spoken about any of the games. But obviously, this is a very touchy topic, and we have to give it the time that it deserves. But since we were talking about Chelsea, we're gonna skip over some of the games and go straight to the Chelsea Newcastle game. Mojo, what's your thoughts on that game?
Bro, I'll be honest, man. I'll speak about Newcastle first. I think Eddie Howe and Newcastle have done a phenomenal job in turning their situation around, and it seems like Newcastle are on the up. And I think if they carry on in the manner that they are, not only will they survive relegation, but I think they're going to end this season on a note that will actually give them a healthy start for next season. So first of all, props to Newcastle and obviously what they've managed to do, because it looked very bleak before the transfer window and before obviously Eddie Howe was actually appointed as a manager. I think what they've done is incredible. Other than that, I think when it comes to Chelsea, it's very clear that there's a lot of stuff happening outside of the footballing side of things that can easily distract the players or get into the players' minds. But the players and the manager, in my opinion, have done an incredible job at being able to stay composed and stay focused on what they can control. And I think that's the best way to kind of go about it in these scenarios. So looking at the game, I think I'm going to say that it's going to be a more difficult game than maybe the first time that we played them at Newcastle away. And I'll be honest in saying the first half of playing them in that first game, and it was very tight. They were very defensive. They didn't really want the ball. They didn't really plan for anything other than trying to counter us and just sit in a deep block. This time, I think we're going to see the opposite from Newcastle. They're going to want to press. They're going to want to play to their strength, and I think that is something I can commend. And then I think they will try and give us a much more difficult game. But I think there will be goals in this game, honestly speaking, from both sides. So I'm going with a Chelsea win still, but I think it'll be a very close game, and I'm going with a 2-1 Chelsea win.
2-1 Chelsea win. Okay. Just to let you know, in the group chat. Oh, sorry. In the group chat, I put the predictions in there for you if you want to put them in. So you said 2-1 Chelsea. Just to let you know,
I'll do that, bro.
Draw. I think the turmoil of Chelsea and Newcastle's new form, it might cancel out, and there might be a situation where you see Newcastle pick up points against Chelsea. But then Dabs, you went with a 2-1. Husam, you went with a 2-1. Alan, you went with 2-0. And AK went. Sorry, Dabs. My apologies, bro. And then AK went with a 2-1 Newcastle win. So that was quite different. But yeah, Mojo, you went 2-1 Chelsea, correct? Hello, is he there?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
Why have we all went with the same score? That's weird.
That is weird. Well. I'm gonna go straight into Husam now. Husam, you got the Liverpool game versus Brighton. Tell us what your scoreline is and what do you think is gonna happen?
straight after this contact drama as well, man. This is so annoying. Liverpool 3, Brighton 0, Mo Salah hat-trick. I think, he's gonna go out there and prove why he's worth every penny. I think he even said it post Milan when he said, I might just come out next game and score a hat-trick. I think Liverpool will continue winning ways. This week we play Brighton, and it's revenge season for what happened earlier on at Anfield. And of course we play our side chicks Wednesday, but we'll keep that till the end. So we play Brighton next. So I think it's always for me personally, and I don't know if Daps agrees, but I feel like with us and City, I will always back Liverpool and City against football playing sides, because I always think we can out football them, if you get me. But with the other sides, I think they're just more like the annoying sides. I think just annoy me more. So I think with Brighton, of course, Graham Potter is doing a fantastic job there. Not quite as good as the job that Stevie G is doing at Villa, but he's doing a very good job at Brighton. And I think, as having said all that, I have very high regard and respect for Potter. I think we have too much for Brighton, and I think we smell blood, and I think it's going to be 3-0 to Liverpool.
You expect us to believe your 3-0 prediction when you told us that Salah had already signed the contract? Not buying it, mate. Not buying it.
Alan, that is a stab in the back if I've ever seen one. That's a stab in the back.
Let me just stop you guys.
That hit me where it hurt, right there. I felt the knife just go through my spine when he said
Let's keep it real. Let's cut out the 20 minutes of banter, and let's just be real. Liverpool are going to win this game against Brighton. Brighton at home have been good this season against some teams, but the question is, are Liverpool going to win convincingly, or is it going to be a cagey game? Because Brighton are a good football team. I'll tell you right now, I went with a 3-0 Liverpool win, just like Hussam. Daps went with a 3-1 Liverpool win. You got Alan, you went with a 2-0 Liverpool win. AK went with a 2-0 Liverpool
So you
win.
spent the whole time shaking your head, and then you said Liverpool win anyway.
And
Alan,
Mojo,
you're shameless.
And Mojo, what'd you go with? Hello, Mojo, you there? Oh shit, he came again.
Yo, 2-1. Yeah.
2-1. We got the Newcastle fan here, Kendall. We just did your predictions, Kendall. So I wanted to know, what's your prediction for the Chelsea Newcastle game before we move on?
Are you talking to me? I didn't have my headphones in.
No.
Sorry, I hope everyone's okay, by the way. What was it, Chelsea Newcastle? 2-1 Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle. Okay, let's go. With confidence. I love it. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Leicester Arsenal game. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to be going to that game. I'm a good luck charm. Most games that I go to, we tend to see my team win. I've only seen my team lose.
Do you not
once.
go much then?
I've only seen my team lose once. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't go that often. That's true. So
that's why you've been losing so much then, obviously.
Let me tell you guys this, though. Leicester currently have a lot of injuries. Jamie Vardy's out. Maddison's out. Fofana's still not back. Castanya's out. Pereira's out. Evans is out. What's his name? Tillemans might be out. Their whole team is out. We're going to be facing a third team. I personally think we're going to win this game 2-0, clean sheet. If we do lose this game or drop points this game, it's an utter embarrassment in my opinion. And I don't think anyone here predicted anything else than an Arsenal win. Am I wrong?
Nope. You better keep a clean sheet, because I've got Ramsdale as my FPL keeper. So
he's everyone's FPL keeper. Don't worry about that.
No, I had Jose Sarr, but it's double game week, isn't it, for you guys? So
there you go. There you go.
You have Ramsdale in your FPL before Liverpool. That's smart, Kendall. Before Liverpool.
No,
there is no clean sheet against us. You get me? It's just how it goes.
Affordable. Anyways, Leeds Norwich.
Jota made him eat grass, but anyway, keep going.
Okay, so
sat him down.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about Leeds Norwich, but we really don't have as much time. So anyone have any predictions for Leeds Norwich?
2-0 Leeds.
No.
Listen, big up Leeds Soccer Club. You get me? 2 losses in a row. They need to limit the turnovers now. So I think they're going to win this game.
Listen, if they don't win, they need to get
team
manager. If he can't come in and turn it around against Norwich, he just needs to go straight back out. They need to allow it.
Okay.
No, why you're actually laughing at yourself? I can hear you laughing at yourself.
They need to get their offense going as well as their defense now. They're an American team now. They're going down.
You guys have 2 games.
Oh, look at my new picture that I got sent. Look who it is. It's Joe Willock.
Oh yeah, Joe Willock and Joe Linton. I never thought you'd be repping Joe Linton. What?
Guys, I'm a changed woman. What can I say? That's all I'm going to say on that.
He's massively improved for them, to be fair. He has massively improved.
Let's go to the Palace game. Palace versus City. It's always been a very cagey game, Palace and City. What are you saying?
You know what?
Yeah, Dabs.
For once, you know what I usually do in these type of games where I just go against my team. I can't do it no more. I can't do it. 2-1 City.
2-1
City. I'm not going to sound that confident inside, but I'm going to say 2-1 City.
Okay,
and that's what I'm saying, bruv. Whenever I do this,
let you know,
lose.
Dabs, just to let you know, Alan, Alan, myself, and what do you call it? AK all went with similar score lines where you guys win by at least 2-goal margin.
Well, I went 2-1, so that's not 2-goal
margin. What was your prediction, Hussam? Because you went with some madness.
He's shameless. Go ahead.
His cousin.
You get me. Listen, I think this is just based on purely hope and nothing more than hope.
Like you had last week because you were predicting United would be.
There is no substantial evidence whatsoever to what I'm about to say. But listen to me. I have a scenario in mind.
I actually respect it.
I have a scenario in mind for you guys. You get me? I'm telling you the scenario.
Man said Ladder was prime.
Dabs, can I speak or is this the Dabs show? Every time, bro. Let me speak.
He's like, why am I here?
Put yourself on mute. They all listen to me now.
From the man that's known as Mr. Mute.
Listen to you after you got the Salah contract wrong. Nah, thanks.
Guys, everyone in the comment section, welcome to the Dabs show. You get me? Make sure you subscribe to Dabs TV. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. Anyway, as I was saying, Palace against Man City. This is based on hope and hope only. And I need to stop doing this. And I need to stop watching Man City game because my nerves are just too much. I'll be real. So if I just think Palace are going to do something because Palace always do something to Man City. So I think this ends in a 2-2. Did I put 2-2 or 1-1? 1-1 draw. I think City get frustrated.
Have you landed yet?
No, I haven't landed because the co-pilot keeps speaking in it. So Man City are going to be 1-0 down 45 minutes into the game. Second half, Man City keep trying. They eventually equalize, but they don't have enough to win the game. And they draw. So yeah, big up Uncle Pat as well.
Actually, you could be onto something, Hassan, because Man City lost to Spurs twice and they've lost to Palace already once, so they could lose to Palace twice.
And this is why Alan is my favorite panel member.
Imagine he was saying earlier about someone else licking up.
One second, Mojo.
Your tongue is permanently up to Sam's bottom.
That's just because no one licks you up. You get me? It's different. I apologize.
Mojo, what's your prediction?
Pause.
Dean, no, what am I hearing here? I thought we were on a prediction show.
Oh, hiya, Mojo. I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, he is there.
Hey.
He's hiding.
It just says M. It just says M, so I didn't know it was you.
His camera broke, right?
No.
Sorry.
I'm traveling back home. I'm traveling back home, guys. That's why.
No, it's spot on. Hassam will be doing a City watch along. You know Hassam is doing a City watch along as well.
I just realized. I completely.
Leave me alone, Dabs, man. Can a man not hope? I have hope.
Go ahead. Continue, Mojo.
And sorry, guys, I'm traveling back home in it. That's why I'm not on camera. And I'm gonna say, bro, I don't know, man. Hussam, you and your hope, man. At least I respect it this time. You were actually very honest about it. But yeah, man, I'm still saying Man City win. Palace will put up a good fight, but Man City will be too strong. 3-1 Man City.
There you go. And Kendo, what do you think about the Man City game? And you know what? How rude of me. You said Newcastle were gonna beat Chelsea 2-1, and I didn't even ask you why.
Why? Because Eddie Howe's Black and White Army. That's why unbeaten in 2022. That's why manager of the month. That's why. That's why. So whether or not I believe, the thing is, how bad am I going to be if we actually get successful? Because I'm like this now, and we 14th or something.
Honestly, be shameless. No. Start. Kendall, you might as well start practicing from now. So yeah, man, do it.
Kendall, they're gonna be getting you ready for every Big Six show the moment you guys win a trophy, taking Tottenham or Chelsea out. Don't worry.
Can you imagine?
Or Arsenal.
Well, and
Never
yous are in the mud as well, Mojo. So it's literally fine. Yous are all in the mud. So, you know, yeah, I think that's what we're going to win. I don't actually think we're going to win, but like that's just a different story. But yeah, Palace City, I think it'll be 2-1 Man City. That's just because I just don't want Liverpool to win the league.
Okay, so the big one, boys and
Huh?
girls.
Huh? What do you say?
That's what no one wants you to win the league.
I didn't actually say anything. That was a lie. But yeah, 2-1 Man City.
Okay, the big one. And guys, you know what we're going to do? Since we're doing the Sunday show, we'll leave the rest of the predictions for the Sunday show, and we'll just finish it off with the Manchester United Spurs game. And then we'll save the Liverpool Arsenal and everything else for the next show on Sunday, because we don't play until midweek, right?
So I can't even speak positively about my club today. It's all going to be doom and gloom. That's the one game I can always, speak with chest,
No, we should end with the Arsenal. Focus on one game at a time, Hussam. You don't want to jump the gun. Next.
We're winning anyway. Think I'm worried about Arsenal, bro. Never worry.
Okay. Kendo, no love lost between you and United. Am I wrong? So let's talk about United Spurs. What are you saying?
The way that the thing is, both teams are just super inconsistent. Like you literally can't judge either side of them. In my opinion, so I wouldn't even like to guess. I think it'll be a boring ass game. That's what I think. It'll be rubbish. Because it's one of those games that have been super hyped. Like both teams are very in limbo at the moment. Top 4 race, whatever. Top 6 race if you're Man United. No offense, Man United fans. And yeah, so I think it'll be boring. It'll be like 1-1.
Okay, I'm gonna save Alan for last. For this one, usually we go first with the fans, but I'm gonna go everyone else first. I want to hear what they gotta say. Mojo, what are you saying?
And bro, yeah, man, I think Kendall put it wonderfully. And these two teams are very inconsistent, very unreliable. But I can't lie, man. A part of me just wants to see Man United suffer so much more. So I'm a predict a 2-1 win to Spurs. But yeah, man, let's see what Conte does, man.
Okay. Just to let you know, Hussam, the vote is done. 128 people voted, and 60% or 59% to be exact think Mo Salah will leave Liverpool. Just to let you know. And yeah, that is
7% you're wrong.
Okay.
Is that inside information, Mr. In the Know?
Listen, Dab, you get me? I've made a couple of connections in my short time in the YouTube career, you get me? Right. I speak to a couple of people. I know people who know people. So yeah, big up. Shout out to
Grizz contacts. That's what the Liverpool fans say. Anyways.
Big up Paige as well.
Moving on. Daps, what are you saying? So, Manchester United Spurs.
This should be really obvious, right? Because it's the team that we took 6 points off against the team that took 6 points off of us. Alan, right? I'll beat you to it. And I'm actually.
You could tell he was so pained as well. There was pain when he said that.
He's taking digs at himself.
Yeah.
Eminem vibes means Alan can't do it. So
I always can.
The thing is, right? I said this earlier on the spaces. Both of them have been inconsistent, but Tottenham have been better recently. And I think a draw would probably be right. But if I was to say who could win it, I'm not seeing Man United winning this. There's no part of me that can see Man United winning this. Whereas there is a little part of me that could see Kane and Son pulling something off against United. Look, you play simple, basic football against Man United, they will make mistakes. That's it. And Conte is a manager that could tell his team, just go out there and play simple, basic football, and one of their dickheads will fuck up. And that's it.
Harry Maguire.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of dickheads in that team, to be honest.
Okay, so. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't know who to pick for this one, so I just went with Man United because I'm like agenda over facts.
You're an Arsenal fan.
I just went agenda over facts. I think Spurs are in the.
He admits it as well. Man said agenda over facts for a prediction. Can you imagine?
Wallahi, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I could have gone with Manchester United for obvious reasons. I could have gone for Spurs for obvious reasons, but the reason why I went for Manchester United is because I feel like Tottenham are the closest team to us in the top 4 race out of all the teams right now to try to catch us. And if Manchester United pick up 3 points off them, they do get 3 points off Tottenham and they do get closer to us, but they do not actually have a better opportunity to get top 4, even if they get 3 points against Tottenham, because they're going to end up dropping points against other teams. They're just too inconsistent teams.
So I can't wait till Sunday.
Why are you laughing, Kendall? What did I say?
I just saw I saw a comment and it made us laugh.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Wait.
That's why I went on mute. I thought I hid it proper well, but I obviously didn't hide it very well.
I thought you were.
Is it Terrence Tips?
No. It was Jack Napier, I think.
Oh, he gets. Yeah, Jack goes in.
Jack is a weirdo.
Yeah. Jack just throws us every single show.
He actually made us laugh what he said, but I can't.
Oh no! So listen, some of the stuff he even says about me, I find pretty funny deep down. But
Jack is funny because one day he'll be all angry. Next
and he calls AK baby side.
He switches.
He'll come in. He'll be like, "Oh, you guys are nice today." Next,
you know what? I thought he's one of those actual trolls that keeps, but he isn't. Nah, he's an actual cool genuine person. Yeah,
he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's always in the chat. Alan, you should see his picture. It says it's Spurs in the shadows. But yeah, Hussam, I think he's gone.
Yeah, it's definitely been in the shadows when you've been 8th last 2 seasons. Great.
Wait, can I just say, Igal, I can't wait till Sunday because on Sunday we're doing the predictions for Man United v Arsenal. It's going to go off. It's going to go off.
Where's Hassan disappeared?
No, that's Liverpool. That's Liverpool Arsenal, you mean?
Liverpool Arsenal, sorry. That's going to go off
but
as well.
Let's continue. Alan, go ahead before we wrap up.
So this is El Sakaco number 2 for a manager that wants to leave, and the other manager's Ralph Ragnick.
I thought Hussam left.
He's back.
No, he's there. Yeah, so
I did that on purpose. I just don't want to be next to Daps anymore. But go on, Alan.
Yeah. So for me, this is a very unpredictable game. Man United look awful, but every time we play against Man United, we seem to lose, apart from the 6-1, which was a fluke result. We beat Man City. There you go, Daps. And then we go and lose to Burnley. You know, we then beat Leeds and go and lose to Middlesbrough. It's ridiculous, up and down all the time. So trying to predict a Spurs scoreline at this moment in time, it's like trying to predict the lottery numbers. I can't do it, but I'll always back my team. And I'll go for a 2-1. Matt Doherty with 2 on the right hand wing, keeping Mo Salah out of the Tottenham team, should he ever want to come to us. So, yeah.
Like that is just so painful.
Listen. When you're right, last year I sat down all the time and I got told, why am I always like slouching? So this year I thought, you know what, I'll stand up, and also it's good for my joints when you get to my age. So.
The fact that he said buttocks, why? Like, why was that your choice of word?
I clearly can't read.
I think that's actually the first time in my life I've ever said that word. Like, genuinely.
I don't know. Just before we go, we usually do one thing, but since you're here,
so I can't even predict United Spurs. Guns, that's what we're doing. I can't even speak on the gun.
100%.
I can't even speak on the game.
Sorry. You know me, man. I always forget. Anyways, go ahead. I thought you went.
No, I didn't go. I actually left the stream by mistake.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I left the stream by mistake. That's how I didn't go.
Continue.
But anyway, I agree with Dabs, unfortunately. I think Spurs versus Man United, it's either a draw or a Spurs win. Back to 2017, you get me. Paul Pogba dapping. But anyway, Spurs, I think, are more likely to win this game. I just don't see a world in which Spurs like I feel like they're gonna minimum get a draw. I just think they're just too they're just like United. I honestly watching them is just painful. Like it's just like what football am I seeing in front of my eyes? It just makes no sense. Last week, Ralph Rangnick, you get me. Tuchel and Klopp's dad played Pogba and Bruno as strikers. Like, you know, people who play FIFA don't do that shit. That's just weird, straight up. So, I think Spurs are going to win this. 2 goals to 1. Conte running down the touchline at Old Trafford, showing his employers, you know, that didn't want him, why they should have got him. So, I think the storyline is written. United, I feel, are going to finish in Conference League. I'll be real. Conference League positions for Man United this season. Midday Thursday, you get me? Ronaldo against FC Uzbekistan, gonna be peak.
Ronaldo's automatically going to leave. Kendo, since we do a Sunday show, we're going to be talking about the second fixtures there. But do you want to just talk about Everton, Newcastle before you go?
Yeah, I'm going to win. Again. Going to beat the silly, horrible Scouse Mackens, which I hate. Oh, I hope they go down me. I literally, I would love it if they go down. Like, genuinely, I would love it in my heart so much.
They are going to go down, though.
Am I wearing a wig? Do you honestly think this is a wig? I wish it was.
Everton is going down.
Anyway, that's just in the comments. But yeah, I really hope they go down. I hate Everton. I think Frank Lampard's a crap manager. And I think, why did he even take that job? Why was literally people begging for Frank Lampard to take the Everton job, which is very weird to me. So yeah, I think it's I actually genuinely don't think we're going to beat Chelsea. That was just me being a bit rude. No. I mean, we could, but I don't think we will.
Don't go back on it. Don't go back on it. Kendall, don't go back on it.
Mojo.
He's already clipped you, you know.
I'm there. I'm going to Stamford Bridge. So if we lose, the last time I went to like a London away game.
You can't go.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, you
away fans. No,
we can go. Away fans can go, and plus our tickets were already sold beforehand, so we can go.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I'm there. And the last time I went to a London away game, we lost 4-0 at Arsenal. So I literally, genuinely. Yeah, and I was on TV, like literally, like nearly almost crying. So I literally don't want that to happen again. So yeah, so I do hope to beat Chelsea, but definitely Everton. I think it'll be 2-0 Newcastle.
Yeah, guys, is it me or Frank Lampard's gonna get these guys relegated? These games that they're
gonna go down.
He'll probably leave before they get relegated. He'll do a Sam Allardyce and leave. He won't want relegation on his.
And then Kojo will do a football wars about Gerrard and Lampard as manager.
Everton, Leeds, and Watford are going.
Who's Kojo?
Sorry, it's Sam. Sorry, my bad.
Very quickly before we finish.
Anyway,
my bad, Mojo. My bad, Mojo.
1 second. So Kendall, obviously, the short time.
Legal. By the way, with the Everton thing, I just want to say these are their fixtures. Listen to how hard it gets. Okay, pause. Leicester, you get me? Wolves, Newcastle, Watford, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Brentford, Arsenal.
So they're gone.
Literally, bar Brentford and Norwich. Every other game is just a lose situation for them.
Do you know, honestly,
I genuinely believe
I hate Man United. I hate Everton probably 10 times more.
Why is Everton?
I can explain, but
because they love Sunderland, because they're the irrelevant younger brother of the biggest team in their area. They've absolutely rubbish. They always them and Sunderland are proper best pals. Jordan Pickford gets rattled every single time he comes to St James's or every single time we play them, and he was doing his all, and then we beat them, right? And I just hate them. Their fans are horrible. They were horrible, if I can speak. They were horrible to Rafa when they joined, and we were calling him horrible things. They're just vile. To be fair, I wouldn't even care. I actually have a few Everton fan friends, but genuinely, on the whole, they're just horrible. And honestly, I will relish in them Scouse Mackhams getting relegated. I'll be like, bye. I'll genuinely love it.
I feel like basically she's saying they're the noisy neighbours of the city.
The only Everton fans I know is Rose and one more person. So I feel
Rose and Mike. Well, Rose and Mike, yeah, they're the two I know. Yeah, but I literally adore Mike. But yeah.
So before we go, I did want to ask Kendall one question. Obviously, in the short amount of time Howe's taken over to where he's got Newcastle, it looks like it's going. In the summer, when you get to spend more of your money and all that, where do you honestly believe Newcastle will come next season?
I think 10th, easy.
Oh fuck yeah!
I think
easy 10th. I don't want to get carried away because it's you just genuinely don't know what's going to happen in the season. The thing is, it's if we came 10th, I would genuinely be over the moon. Just to not be in a relegation battle every year, that's just. I would genuinely be over the moon with that. So I don't want to get too carried away, but I do genuinely think they'll be in Europa League in 3 years, easy.
Yeah, you will.
I think you're going to get 10th this season.
Yeah, well, the way they're playing.
Really?
You will get. I think
prediction in
Europa League next season.
If Kieran Trippier was playing still, you'll
get Europa League next season.
The thing is now, I just think this Chelsea game on Sunday is going to be massive because realistically, since I would say we haven't lost since mid-December, right? And the last team we actually lost to was Man City. So we haven't really been tested necessarily because we've played everybody around us. So we've played Brentford, Leeds, Everton, Southampton, Burnley, not people like that, Watford. So we haven't really necessarily been tested against a really decent side yet. So this is why I think, depending on what happens on Sunday, then if we actually do well on Sunday, I might believe that we might get 10th. But
you'll get Europa League next season.
Kendall,
It's
did you say your
happening.
Next
last
season. Do you honestly think?
Yeah.
Kendall, did you say your last defeat was to Man City?
Yeah.
I don't know what
Fucking
that's like.
shameless bastard.
Do you
Fun,
still have to
well.
play Man City again?
Well, you do. Last time you had a chance of winning a trophy, you felt what it
Okay,
was like,
guys,
actually, mate.
guys, just before we go, big up to Mojo for coming on. Really do appreciate it, bro. Even though you're in the middle of
You know
traveling.
what to do.
Dabs, big up to you. Alan, big up to you. Kendall, big up to you. And the way we end the video, if you're not aware and you've not been watching, Hussam, take it away.
Go on, play. Yes. hey, see you guys Sunday, man. See you guys Sunday. Make sure you like and subscribe and like the video right now. We'll see you guys Sunday, man. Hey.